discuss the first unit in pharmacognosy. Pharmacognosy. First, let us discuss about definition. What is pharmacognosy? Pharmacognosy is a branch of pharmacy which deals with the study of drugs and crude drugs. It deals with the study of crude drugs. Pharmacognosy is a branch of pharmacy which deals with the study of crude drugs. And what are crude drugs? What are crude drugs? Crude drugs are the drugs which are obtained through the natural sources. Which are obtained from natural sources like plants and animals. Crude drugs are the drugs which are obtained from natural sources are called crude drugs. Examples of natural sources are like plants and animals. Now, if we discuss about the word pharmacognosy, this word pharmacognosy is divided into two Greek words. That is, first one pharmacognosy. This pharmacognosy has two words. That is, first one pharmakon plus gignosa or gnosi. Pharmakon plus gnosi. Pharmakon means drug and gnosa means knowledge. Combining together, pharmakon plus gnosi is pharmacognosy, which means in Greek known as to acquire knowledge about drugs. To acquire the knowledge about the drugs is pharmacognosy. This pharmacognosy is divided into two words, that is pharmakon plus gignosi. Pharmakon means drugs, gnosi means knowledge. Combined together is called to acquire knowledge about drugs is pharmacognosy. Now, let us discuss a word, that is drug. What is drug? Drug is a chemical agent which is used in three conditions. It is a chemical agent or chemical substance which is used in three conditions. That is, first one diagnosis, second one prevention, and third one treatment. These are the three conditions in which drug is used. Drug is a chemical substance which is used in case of diagnosis, prevention and treatment. Now, what is diagnosis? Diagnosis is a procedure for confirmation of disease. Confirmation of disease. And this diagnosis can be done by example X-rays. And prevention. Prevention is a method to overcome the disease is called prevention. This prevention can be done by vaccines. This is prevention. And treatment. Whenever a person is affected with a disease, To overcome the disease or to decrease the effect of disease, treatment can be done. This treatment can be done by antibiotics. This is some basic information about drug, and next let us discuss about crude drug. What is crude drug? Crude drug is a naturally occurring substance from plants or animals which is used in its natural state. Used in natural state. Crude drug is the drug which is naturally occurring substance either from plant or animals and which is used in natural state is called crude drug without any further process of crude drug. This is crude drug. And if we discuss some points about crude drug, examples of crude drugs, let us consider one plant here. Let us consider this is one plant, and in case of how this plant is useful for the extraction of crude drug means there are some plants in which whole plant can be used as crude drug. This whole plant can be used as crude drug, and there are certain drugs or certain parts of plants in which they can be used as extraction for crude drugs. Example, first one, let us take flowers. If we discuss about flowers, the flowers of sunflower and clove. Sunflower and clove are the plants in which the flowers of these two plants can be used for extraction of crude drugs, that is clove and sunflower. Now second one, that is from the fruit. There are some plants in which the fruit of the specific plant can be used for extraction of crude drug, that is example coriander. Here coriander. Once again, flower examples are cloves and sunflower, and fruit example is coriander, and in some cases the leaves can also be used, that is leaves. In some cases there are some plants in which the leaves can be used for the extraction of crude drug, example neem and tulasi. Neem and tulasi. These are the two plants in which the leaves can be used for extraction of crude drugs. And fourth one, the bark. This is the bark, and this bark can also be used for extraction of drugs. There are some plants in which the bark can also be used for the extraction of crude drugs, that is example cinnamon and cinchona. Cinnamon and cinchona are the drugs. Cinnamon and cinchona. These are the two drugs. So these are two plants in which the leaves, so the barks of these plants can be used for the extraction of two drugs. And next one, that is the aerial part. The aerial part of, there are some plants in which the aerial part of the plant can be used for the extraction of crude drug. That is example Sarpagandha. Sarpagandha is the plant in which the aerial part can be used for, the aerial part of the plant can be used for extraction of crude drug, that is Sarpagandha. And next one, roots. There are several plants in which the roots can be used for the extraction of crude drugs. Example, rhizome. That is ginger. These are some sources of extraction of crude drugs from the plant materials, and there are some more examples of natural sources. Let us discuss natural sources. First one, plants. These natural sources includes first category, that is plants. As we know that these are the examples of plants, that is clove and neem and tulasi, etc. These are the plants which can be used as natural sources for the extraction of crude drugs. And second category in natural source includes animals. These animals, natural source of animals includes beeswax and wool fat. Animal source includes beeswax and wool fat. This beeswax comes from honeybees and wool fat will come from the sheeps. And this is second category. And third category includes minerals. What are minerals? Minerals are the inorganic substance which are formed under the earth and available or produced from the rocks and mountains. Minerals are the inorganic substance which are produced under the earth and available from the rocks and mountains. It includes examples. It includes calamite and bentonite. It includes calamite and bentonite. And next source is marine source. As we know that the water which is present on the earth will be 70% marine, and it will be acting as a source for crude drug. Example, fish liver oil, and sea urchins. Fish liver oil and sea urchins are the examples of marine. These are some sources of natural sources of crude drug, that is plants. Example, cloves and neems. And animals, it includes beeswax and wool fat. And minerals includes calamite and bentonite. And marine, which includes fish liver oil and sea urchins, etc. And next, there is a scientist called J.A. Smith. J.A. Smith is a scientist first who discovered about the word pharmacognosy. He discovered the word pharmacognosy. And next scientist, J.A. Shidler. J.A. Shidler is the scientist who discovered Analytica. J.A. Shidler is the scientist who wrote the book called Analytica Pharmacognostica, and this is some information about crude drug and natural sources of crude drug, that is includes plants, animals, minerals, marine and etc. And these are from examples of plant sources of crude drug. And let us discuss historical development of pharmacopoeia. Let us discuss about historical development of pharmacognosy. Historical development of pharmacognosy. First, let us discuss about exploration of medicinal plants at the ancient time. First, exploration of medicinal plants at ancient times. Exploration of medicinal plant at ancient times. It includes trial and error method. Error procedure. It includes first trial and error procedure. In ancient times, there are ancient people in which they will go to the forest and they will eat all the plants by unknowingly, and if they cause any harmful effect to the human being, then they will leave the plant and alternatively they will take another type of plant, and in this manner they will be using this plant as a trial and error method. This is trial and error method, or first method, that is trial and error process. And second one, in search of food. In search of food. Now, this is a second one, that is in search of food. Whenever the ancient people, whenever they enter into the forest, they need some food, and in ancient time they used to eat only fruits and leaves. Now, whenever these ancient people will eat some fruits and flowers, if they are not causing any harm to their body, then they are categorized as positive effect. They will consider the plant as a positive effect. Now, if any plant, whenever the ancient people takes or eats any plant, if it causes vomiting effect, if it causes the vomiting effects, then that certain or specific type of plant which is taken by them is used as anti-vomiting agents. It is also called eutectics. Whenever these ancient people are eaten this specific type of plants, If that specific type of plants causes vomitings, then that specific type of plants are categorized as eutectics. And if any ancient people will take a special type of plant if it causes diarrhea, then if this specific type of plant causes diarrhea, then that specific type of plant is categorized as laxatives. These laxatives are the drugs which are works against to this diarrhea, also called anti-diarrheal drugs. And this is second category, that is in search of food. And third one, nature of signature. Nature of signature. What is nature of signature? In ancient times, whenever these ancient people are going into the forest, there are special type of plants in which are similarly same or similarly equal to the or structurally equal to the organs of animals and human beings. And this is nature of signature, in which some parts of plants are similar to that of organs of a human being or animal. And there is one more term, that is doctrine of signature. Doctrine of signature. What is doctrine of signature? Means some specific type of plants consist of similar structures which are similar to that of human beings or animals. That is doctrine of signature. Example, let us consider first example, that is this special type of plant which is called horsetail plant. This plant is called horsetail plant, in which it looks like similar to our cartilage. This horsetail plant is used for development of cartilage in animals and human beings. This is first example. And second example, that is ginkgo plant. Now this ginkgo plant will be looking similar to our brain. Now this is a ginkgo plant. This is a ginkgo plant, in which it looks like similar to that of our brain. And this special type of ginkgo plant is used for mentally retarded patients, in which it increases the mental ability of brain. It increases the brain function. It will increase the brain function. This is nature of signature or doctrine of signature, in which the structure of plant or the structure of leaf will be similar to that of organs of animal and human beings. Example, horsetail plant, which is used for development of cartilage, which looks like similar to that of cartilage. And next one, that is ginkgo plant, in which it looks like brain, and it is used for the brain dead patients or mentally retarded patients, in which this ginkgo plant will increase the brain function. This is about first one, that is exploration of medicinal plant in ancient times. These are the three criteria, and fourth criteria is zoo pharmacognosy. What is zoo pharmacognosy? Zoopharmacognosy is a pharmacognosy in which there are special type of animals or some type of animals in which they have self ability whenever that whenever that animals are affected by disease, and that special type of animals will eat special type of plants or trees in which have self capability to decrease the disease effect. Self capability to decrease the effect of drug, sorry, to decrease the effect of the disease by consuming the special type of plants, that is zoopharmacognosy. And next one, accidental pharmacognosy. What are accidental pharmacognosy? These are accidentally produced crude drugs. Example, anti-malarial drug, that is quinone. Anti-malarial drug, that is quinone, is accidentally discovered drug. And penicillin, these are the two examples. These are the two drugs, that is quinone and penicillin, are the accidentally discovered drugs. And this is about exploration of medicinal plant at ancient times. And if we discuss about Indian history of pharmacognosy, that is Indian history of pharmacognosy, which is oldest pharmacognosy, that is before 3500 BC. Before 3500 BC, there are two Vedas, that is Rig Veda and Atharvana Veda. These are the two Vedas, that is Rig Veda and Atharvana Vedas. At 1500 BC, from 3500 BC to 1500 BC, they discovered about medicinal plants. At ancient times, Rig Veda and Atharvana Veda combinedly they discovered about the medicinal plants, and combination of these two, they raised Ayurvedas. Now, this Ayurveda is also called traditional system of medicine in India. Traditional system of medicine in India. Traditional system of medicine in India, Rig Veda and Atharvana. And there are two scientists, that is first one Charaka and second one Sushruta. These are the two scientists, that is Charaka and Sushruta. There are two books, that is Charaka Samhita and Sushruta Samhita, at 1500 BC, which includes Ayurvedas. Charaka Samhita and Sushruta Samhita includes about the medicinal plants which are included in the Ayurveda. This is about Indian history of pharmacopoeia. And if we discuss about different historical developments, let us discuss about different historical developments. Different historical periods. Let us discuss different historical periods. First one, let us discuss ancient period. That is ancient period. This in China, India and Egypt. It includes Chinese scientist, Indian scientist and Egypt scientist. The first scientist is in ancient period. The first scientist is Point Tissot. Point Tissot is the first scientist who discovered oldest pharmacopoeia in Egypt, that is at 3000 BC. He was the first scientist, that is Point Tissot of Egypt. He wrote the oldest pharmacopoeia in Egypt at 3000 BC. And second scientist is Papyrus Ebris. Papyrus Ebris is the second scientist from Egypt. He discovered about the medicinal plants, that is more than 876 plants. He discovered about the more than 876 plants in ancient period, that is Papyrus Ebris. And next one, that is Hippocrates. Hippocrates is also known as father of medicine. He also known as father of medicine at 460 to 300 BC. 460 to 300 BC. That is Hippocrates. And next one is Aristotle. This Aristotle is also a scientist who discovered about the pharmacognosy. And next one, that is Dioscorides. Dioscorides is a scientist who discovered a book, that is De Materia Medica. De Materia Medica is the book which is written by Dioscorides, in which it includes more than 600 plants. That is Dioscorides. And sixth one, that is Galen. Galen is a scientist who discovered about the extraction process. Extraction process of crude drugs. This is about ancient period, that is before 3000 BC. First scientist, that is Point Tissot, who written oldest pharmacopoeia in Egypt. And next scientist, that is Papyrus Ebris, who belonged to Egypt, who discovered about more than 876 medicinal plants. And third one, that is Hippocrates, he is known as father of medicine. And fourth one, Aristotle. Fifth one is Dioscorides. And sixth one is Galen. This is about ancient period. And if we discuss about early modern period, this early modern period, first scientist is Carl Linnaeus. Who discovered binomial classification. And next scientist is J.A. J.A. Smith is a scientist who gave the word pharmacognosy. And next one is J.A. Smith and J.A. Sidler. He wrote a book that is Anesthetic Pharmacognostica. And next one, that is Friedrich Sertemer, and this is a scientist. And next one is Felix Hoffmann. These are the early modern scientists, that is Carl Linnaeus, who discovered about two kingdoms at binomial classification, that is Plantae and Animalia, and J.A. Smith, who discovered the word pharmacognosy, and J.A. Sidler and Friedrich Scherner and Felix Hoffmann. These are the scientists which are related to early modern period. And next one, that is modern period. This modern period includes phytochemistry, and it includes bioassay. It includes phytochemistry and bioassay. This is about different historical periods of pharmacognosy. Now, let us discuss pharmacognostic study about crude drugs. Let us discuss about pharmacognostic study of crude drugs. As you know that the crude drugs are the drugs which are available in natural form. The drug which is obtained in natural form or obtained from natural sources. Like plant and animals, and which are used in their natural state. Used in natural state is called crude drugs. And along with crude drug, there are some terminologies to remember, and there are certain criteria to remember for this crude drug. That is, first one, the first one, it includes synonyms. What are synonyms? Synonym is a similar name or similar name of crude drugs. That is, example, let us take turmeric. Let us consider the example turmeric. Synonym for turmeric is, it is called saffron, yellow saffron, and haridre. This turmeric powder is also called yellow saffron and haridre, yellow saffron in English and haridre in Sanskrit. That is synonyms. Synonyms are nothing but different names or similar. Synonyms are nothing but similar names of one product, that is synonym. Second one, it includes binomial name, biological name. This biological name includes, let us consider this is an example turmeric powder. This is a turmeric And if it is a plant, let us consider the crude drug extracted from a plant. If it is extracted from a plant, it includes plant family, order and class, etc. It includes biological name. If it is extracted from animal, it includes family and kingdom. It gives information about these qualities in binomial nomenclature, in biological name. That is second category. And third category is history. This history will give this criteria. History will give the historical importance or historical importance of this crude drug. This is about history. And fourth one, geographical distribution. Or geographical property. Geographical property will explain about where this crude drug is present, where it includes place, where does this crude drug is available and where that is formed. It explains about the geographical property. It explains about where this crude drug is available in more amount, that is geographical property. And next property is that is cultivation and collection. Cultivation and collection. This is one of the criteria which explains crude drug. This crude drug in cultivation, it explains the time for cultivation and how much water is required for it and how much sunlight is required for it and how much pesticides are required for it and what type of soil is required for it and etc. These certain type of things are explained under cultivation and collection. And next one is pharmacological effect. This crude drug will explain the pharmacological effect, that is either it affects side effects or adverse effect. This is pharmacological effect. And next one, it explains about chemical constituents. What are the chemical substances which are present in crude drug? It explains composition. It explains about the composition. And next one, it includes evaluation, grading. It includes the safety of crude drugs. These are some important criteria which explains about pharmacognostic study of crude drugs, that is synonyms, biological names, history, geographical property, cultivation and collection, and pharmacological effect, chemical constituents, and evaluation gradation.